Hey, I'm Alex Colon, and this is Lab Rats. Every week we're going to show you a couple of cool things that we're testing in the PCMag labs. This week we're going to talk to Will Greenwald about the Amazon Fire TV, and to Tim Torres about the Samsung Gear S2 smartwatch. So follow along and we'll talk to Will first about the Fire TV. So Will, you just tested Amazon's new Fire TV. Can you tell me a little about it?
Well, this is the newest Fire TV. It just came out, and it's really similar to the first Fire TV that came out, except it supports 4K, which is kind of a big deal because on Netflix there's now shows like Daredevil, and there's actually a pretty good selection of 4K content on Netflix. And Amazon themselves have an increasing amount of 4K stuff, and there's 4K stuff on YouTube. So basically, if you have a 4K TV, this is an interesting device to get. And because it has the same $99 price as the previous one, it's a pretty compelling device.
Okay, so the big push here then it sounds like it's 4K.
Yeah.
But you're going to need a 4K television.
Yeah, otherwise it's kind of wasted.
Okay, and how did you test the Fire TV?
Well, we hooked it up to this television, which is the LG 65EF9500, which is an OLED 4K display. And we just made sure that 4K content looks good on it.
Okay, and it's faster than the previous one?
It's a little bit quicker, although it can still stutter a bit when going in and out of 4K video because that requires more power to begin with. But it's still pretty responsive, and there's plenty of apps you can access on it and some games, but really the main appeal is just the stuff you can watch and listen to on it.
Right, now I already own last year's Fire TV. Is it worth it to buy this new one?
Do you have a 4K TV?
I do not.
Then I'd wait a little bit.
Okay, so 4K TV, new Amazon Fire TV, they go together hand in hand.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool, and we have a full review of this up on PCMag. So now we're going to travel over to Tim Torres and check out the Gear S2 smartwatch. So Tim, you just finished reviewing the Gear S2. How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot. I think it's one of the better smartwatches I reviewed. I definitely like it more than the Android Wear smartwatches out there, like the Moto 360 or the Huawei Watch, mainly because of the way you can interact with it. It has, I mean, you can touch it, of course, but also has a rotating bezel that makes finding your apps and all the functions you want, like pedometers and heart rate monitors, way easier.
Right, and that's a feature that's pretty much unique to this watch at the moment, right?
Yeah, this is the first and only watch that has the rotating bezel. There is the rotating crown on the Apple Watch is pretty similar to that. But this has, yeah, it has a lot of options to it. The voice work needs, well, more work. It doesn't really, it's kind of hit and miss. It doesn't quite work as much as it should. And the app ecosystem is another issue. It doesn't have nearly as many apps as the Apple Watch or Android Wear or even Pebble, which I would probably recommend over this because it's just as easy to use and it's way cheaper. This is $300, which is still a lot for what is basically a watch and a notification device.
And so that price range actually puts it in line with the base model of the Apple Watch.
Right.
Which watch would you buy of those two? Because I think that is probably a question that a lot of people will be asking themselves.
Well, if you're a dyed-in-the-wool Apple user, you're going to want to go with the Apple Watch because this is only for Android users. So, me personally, I'm an Android user, so I would go for this, but anyone else might want to go for the Apple Watch.
Got it. So basically, we've got the rotating bezel. That's the unique feature here. Smaller apps ecosystem,
Yeah.
And for iOS users, the Apple Watch is still king.
Still can.
Cool. That's it for now. Check us out again for more cool products and how we test them in the PCMag labs.